Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my top 10 shrines in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Unfortunately, I do not have a capture card, but I hope you enjoyed this video. And with that said, let's get started. And here are my top 10 shrines in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. In 10th place, we have an uplifting device shrine. There are hot air balloons, candles, and platforms in this shrine, and judging by its name, we should attach them together to go up. After that, we gotta place the balloon on the ceiling above the door to press the button. The next round, we gotta do the same thing, but this time, we gotta bring the orb with us. There's also a big orb that needs to be carried for the treasure chest. That is optional, but it's still pretty fun, and so I did that. And then we can also use the flamethrowers to get the orb up faster. I love the shrine, and the idea of attaching to the balloon and fire to create the hot air balloon, it's really creative. Therefore, this shrine is in the top 10. In 9th place, we have the Unlit Blessing Shrine. This shrine is located on the Sky Labyrinth of the Gerudo Desert. Now, inside the shrine, it looks like a regular blessing shrine. However, as you can see, there are fire fruits, and the title is not Raru's Blessing. So once you get closer, the platform goes up along with the showing candles. Some are lit while others are unlit. You have to light all the unlit candles, fusing the fire fruit on your arrows. I really like the shrine and the catch here. The idea is really good, and so therefore I had to rank this in 9th place. In 8th place, we have Proving Grounds, the Hunt Shrine. This is the first Proving Ground shrine on my list, and I really enjoyed this. In this shrine, we don't really need weapons, as we can just attach the spikes on the homing carts and kill the constructs. While the battle seems basic, and we can just simply attach devices on the homing cart, I love the idea a lot. This is a creative use of the homing cart during battle, which is why I have this in 8th place. In 7th place, we have the Geotack Shrine. This shrine takes place in one of the caves in Eldin. Inside the cave, there is a minecart. You attach the fan to the minecart and place that on the track to move forward. Further down, you'll see railway switches, and you want to hit that using an arrow or Unobo to divert the track. If you miss, it's no problem because the track is a loop, so you can come back and hit the switch again. There are also enemies that try to attack you, so you need to watch out for them. This part is like a maze, meaning that you have to hit the right switches to reach the shrine. If you're close to the shrine, then you can just jump out of the cart and glide there yourself. I find this challenge to be really creative, which is why 7th place is an appropriate ranking on this list. In 6th place, we have the Heist Ring and the Light Rings Shrine. You begin by going to one of the Sky Islands in Lanero. Once starting the trial, you have to shield surf through a couple of rings. You start by going through one ring and fall all the way down to the land until the next ring, and shield surf until the final ring. This reminds me a lot of the shield surfing in Breath of the Wild during one of Rivali's challenges in Champion's Ballad. This, however, takes place in Mount Lanero and not Hebra, so a different location, but once finished, that is not the end. The shrine itself is really fun. This is another Proving Grounds shrine. We want to take advantage of the materials found in this shrine. It is best to fuse the spikes to your weapons and deal heavy damage to the construct. You see a platform that falls down, and you would want to recall that to get to the top first. I started with the constructs on the top and worked my way down. I really enjoyed shield surfing through the rings and the shrine itself, which makes 6th place an appropriate spot in this ranking. In 5th place, we have Myasiar Shrine. This shrine is located on a sphere in the Gerudo sky, and the area is low gravity. Unlike many other spheres in the sky, this sphere has puzzles that reveal a shrine once finished. Inside the Starview Island, it is dark with a couple of light beams. You need to rotate the platform so that the light will be reflected on the mirror. You then have to rotate even more platforms to connect to the other mirrors. You have to keep on doing this until the light hits the yellow pad. There's also another pad that unlocks the treasure chest, which is also fun. The puzzles are really creative, and the low gravity makes this even more enjoyable. I don't have anything else to say other than it ranks 5th place. In 4th place, we have Seeking the Pirate Hideout Shrine. You first have to speak to an NPC named Sesame, and he'll ask you to clear 3 monster camps. Once you clear out the monster camps, which is not that hard, you need to speak to Sesame again to get more information. He claims that the ship went on the rear side of the island and shows which side of the island. All you have to do is glide to the other side of an island and enter the cave. Inside the cave, there's a pirate ship and many more monsters, which I defeated every monster. Finally, using the cardboards, you create a bridge to get to the shrine. Now, it may seem like you have to kill every monster, but you can just skip that if you know exactly what to do. Now, on my first playthrough, I killed every monsters and I enjoyed the challenge a lot. However, on my second playthrough, I went straight to the cave and to the shrine, bypassing the challenge. This is why it's not in my top 2, but I still enjoyed the challenge on my first playthrough, which is why this ranks in 4th place. In 3rd place, we have Fire and Water Shrine. This shrine is located inside the cave on the Great Plateau. It's not too deep in the cave, so there's not that much challenge other than the like. Inside the shrine, you encounter current in the water. You have to place the block in the middle to cross the water. Then, using the same block, you block the fire to prevent the ice from melting. You can use the ice to get the treasure chest next to the fire as well. For the main path, use the block to block the fire and place the ice block next to it. You also want to take the electricity ball out of the water and to stand on the metal block. Then ascend through the block. After that, use Ultra Hand to lift the block up and recall the block to get to the end. I really enjoy the puzzles, and it's definitely one of the more creative shrines in the game, in my opinion, ranking this in 3rd place. In 2nd place, we have Bridging the Sands Shrine. Located in the Gruder Desert, this shrine contains a lot of sand rivers. For starters, the shrine itself is located in the middle of the sand river. Normally you can glide from above, but the area is guarded by constructs, which you can defeat easily. Inside the shrine, you'll see a lot of sand rifts, and this shrine is massive. First, you need to fuse 2 platforms to get through the first part quickly. Then fuse those platforms to create a bridge to get past the fence. There, you'll encounter some constructs, which are weaklings. Then connect more platforms to get on the top. You will see a button switch there, and once the button is pressed, the orb will be launched far away. I really enjoyed this shrine so far. But the one thing that keeps this shrine from being number 1 is the fact that you can recall the orb and it will come back to you. That is a major problem, but you still want to get the treasure chest like I do to complete the shrine. You will see many sleds near the platform, and those sleds are really fun. One of the chests in this shrine, there is a construct, and once defeating it, you need to connect another platform on the board to get the chest. The other chest is located on the other side, where you need to break a rope and grab the chest. If you also choose to beat the shrine on the intended way, you need to go on the other side and ascend through one of the platforms. Once defeating 2 constructs, press the button and grab the orb. Once bringing the orb to the other side, using sleds, place the orb on the pedestal and you are done. This is one of the longest shrines in the game, and I'm a huge fan of longer shrines. This shrine has a creative use of sleds and sand rivers, and I really enjoy this shrine. However, there is one shrine that has the edge. The best shrine in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is the Ga Ahisa's Shrine. This shrine is located on the Sky Island, and you need to swim through a waterfall to get there. Then, you need to fuse the minecart and rockets to cross to the islands. You also want to fuse the wings and fans together to get to the island. After many fusions, you reach the island. However, that is just part 1. Once starting the trial, the water sinks and you have to follow the light to enter the cave. The island itself has low gravity, and as said before, I love low gravity places. Once entering the cave, you have to use a mirror to reflect the light onto other mirrors. The cave is very dark, so you need to reflect the lights to go on the right path. Near the end, there is an orange pad and a construct. Once defeating the construct, reflect the light on the orange pad to open the path. Once going down, you'll reach the shrine. I really enjoyed this quest, and the darkness and the low gravity makes this even more creative and even more enjoyable. This is the most creative shrine in the game, in my opinion, which is why this shrine is best in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked this video, then hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. We're getting the Switch 2 Direct soon, so I hope we get to see some good games, but other than that, I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.